Good morning, class 8. How are you doing? And I guess you all are doing great and fine and taking care of yourselves. So, without much ado and not wasting time, so we'll come to page on your English course book, the big one, which we were doing. We'll come to the rhyme of the ancient mariner. What's a mariner? Mariner is a person who sailor. His voyage on tumultuous waters that left all his mates dead, how he's come by, he's telling the story, so we are doing it in part 1. And the poet is Samuel Taylor Coleridge, 1722 to 1834. You have to listen very carefully, you have to give an explanation. Please have your pen and copy or pencil and copy ready. And this I'm going to read just about the author. After that we'll go into the chapter. Class 8, right? Okay, fine. Was an English poet, one of the founders of the Romantic movement in England. He was born in Ottery, St. Mary, Devonshire, England, literary critic and philosopher of repute. Coleridge's life was marked by drug use, illness and depression in parallel to his successful literary and poetic life. Best known for his long poems including The Rime of the Ancient Mariner and Christabel and Kubla Khan, Coleridge is said to have introduced the very idea of conversation poems to broaden poetry's audience. Said to have deeply influenced by all major poets in his time with the original thoughts and style, and also other writers with his incisive literary criticism, Coleridge was also William Wordsworth's collaborator and constant companion during their early years as poets. So they were friends, William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge, but he was into, it's one of the best are Ancient Mariner, Christabel and Kubla Khan. So I have not read any one of them, so this is the first one I'm going to read about Samuel Taylor Coleridge. So, and it's going to be a good one. So don't worry, I'll just give an explanation what meanings are there in front of you in your book. So you are not kids, you will be able to know. Explanation I'm giving you. I'll explain you the poem. Question answers you will do yourself. We'll start. The poem actually begins introducing the ancient mariner, who with his glittering eye stops a wedding guest, okay, from attending a nearby wedding celebration. Starting off the poem, the mariner stops the young man to tell him the story of a ship, providing no introduction but simply beginning his tale. He gives no introduction of himself, but he just starts saying, you know, people get that hallucination, they get eccentric sometimes. Despite the wedding guest's efforts to leave, the mariner continues to speak. I hope class 8 is understanding. The mariner's story begins with the ship leaving a harbor and sailing southward. Where? Now we'll come to know. Harbor means a port area. A tremendous storm then blows the ship even further to the South Pole. South means towards the South Pole, where the crew are awed as they encounter mist, snow, cold and giant glaciers. An albatross breaks the pristine lifelessness of the Antarctic. The sailors greet it as a good omen, and a new wind rises up, propelling the ship. Day after day the albatross appearing in the morning when the sailors call for it, and soaring behind the ship. But then, as the other sailors cry out in dismay, the mariner, for reasons unexplained, shoots and kills the albatross with his crossbow. Albatross is one of the largest flying birds. Before in the ship time, albatross, a bird coming in means that it was for good omen. Okay, now we are going to get good weather and we'll be able to sail, we'll be safe. That's a bird, albatross. Okay. It's a huge bird. It's a very large sea bird. Southern Ocean and in the northern Pacific. They are absent from the North Atlantic, although fossils remain show how they once occurred and they're occasional. They are flying birds, huge flying birds. In the Southern Ocean towards the South Pole. Okay. Special about the albatross is it has spectacular sight. These feathered giants have the longest wingspan of any bird, up to 11 feet. When it opens its wings, it's 11 feet. To ride the ocean wind and sometimes to glide for hours without rest, even a flap of their wings. It will not do this even once. It will keep on gliding. It can glide for hours. So it was called a good luck. Seeing a bird, albatross means okay, fine, now everything is okay, the weather is going to be fine, we'll have no problems. Okay. That's the albatross bird. But it is killed by this mariner. At first the sailors are very furious with the mariner for killing the bird, which they believed a good omen and responsible for making the breezes blow. But after the bird has been killed, the fog clears and the fair breeze continues, blowing the ship north to the Pacific, and the crew comes to believe the bird was the source of the fog and mist, and that the killing is justified. It is when that the wind ceases and the ship becomes trapped on a vast calm sea. The sailors and the mariner become increasingly thirsty, and some sailors dream that an angered spirit has followed them from the pole. The crew then takes the albatross bird and hangs it around the mariner's neck. In this terrible calm, trapped completely by the watery ocean, they cannot drink. Water everywhere, not one water drop to drink. The men on the ship grow so thirsty that they cannot even speak. When this mariner sees what he believes is a ship, he is jumping out of joy. When the mariner sees what he believes is a ship approaching, he must bite his arm and drink his own blood, so that he is able to alert the crew, who all grin out of joy. But the joy fades as the ghostly ship, which sails without wind, approaches on its deck. Death and life in death gamble with dice for the lives of the sailors and the mariner. But on his deck, death and life and death gamble with dice of the lives of sailor and the mariner. After life in death wins the soul of the mariner, the sailors began to die of thirst, falling to the deck one by one, each staring at the mariner in reproach. Now, seeing all these dead bodies on the deck, surrounded by dead sailors and cursed continuously by their gaze, dead and lying at him, the mariner tries to turn his eyes to heaven to pray, but fails. It is only in the moonlight after enduring the horror of being the only alive among the dead crew, that the mariner notices beautiful water snakes swimming beside the ship. At this moment, he becomes inspired and has a spiritual realization that all of God's creatures are beautiful and must be treated with respect and reverence. With this realization, he is finally able to pray, and the albatross fell from his neck and sunk into the sea. The mariner falls into a kind of stupor and then wakes to find the dead sailors' bodies reanimated by angels and at work on the ship. Powered by the spirit from the South Pole, the ship races homeward, where the mariner sees a choir of girls leave the bodies of the deceased sailors. After this angel's chorus, the mariner perceives a small boat on which a pilot, the pilot's boy, and a hermit approach. As they get closer, the mariner's ship suddenly sinks, but he awakes to find himself in the pilot's boat. When the mariner speaks, the pilot and hermit are stunned, but he wakes to find himself in the hermit prays. The mariner in turn saves his own saviors and rows them to land, where he begs the hermit to grant him absolution for his sins. The hermit crosses himself and asks the mariner, "What manner man art thou?" Mariner then feels compelled to tell his story. The mariner concludes his tale by explaining that as he travels from land to land, he is always plagued by the same compulsion to tell his tale. That he experiences a peculiar agony if he doesn't give in to this urge to share the story. And he can't tell just for looking at their faces, which men must hear his tale. He ends with explicit lesson that prayer is the greatest joy in life, and the best prayers come from love and reverence of all God's creation. Thus he moves onward to find the next person who must hear his story, leaving the wedding guest a sadder and a wiser man. I gave you the whole basic idea of the poem. Come back in the next video.